Well, here we are a month on from my last video on these Xpeti Snowrider boots, and I said I'd come back to you after I'd worn them and give you an opinion or show you what the state of affair is. I do landscape and gardening, and I climb up small trees and do things like this, so they've been worked very hard for this last month in all wet environments, very wet environments. Mud, as you can see with the state of them. When I last spoke to you, if you looked at the past video, big problem I had was my feet were squelching around inside the boots, making an awful noise, and this was the reason why. And this is the insole that they put into them, the manufacturers. This is here where it's stuck on the bottom. That's the way up it goes, and this was creating a noise, a slippy noise in the bottom, making an awful noise. So there you go. So that is your layer of insulation, which is quite slim. It's just basically a very flimsy, thin insole with a bit of tin foil wrapped on the bottom of it, and it's just stuck there at that end, and the other end wasn't stuck at all, so it was flopping around and coming up and riding up the boot. So I took them out of the boots, and I inserted some of these insoles, which are just standard ones that you buy that you cut to shape, and they've got the little ridge that sits at the side. Took a bit getting used to those, but I have after a month of wearing them. Obviously I just slipped those in place, haven't had to stick them in or anything, and hey presto, sorted the problem out, and so much more relieved. Of course you're paying 70-80 pounds, and I didn't want to have to send them back immediately because I needed some boots anyway. So you can see the state of them. They've been well worn for that month. They've done a month's worth of work, which to a lot of people, if they're not using them every day, would have been a year's worth of work. Problem I've got is that it's come apart at the side, so that's quite annoying. Obviously water gets down there, glue's come away, pulled away from the side. Water hasn't penetrated internally, and I've been on some really bad ground, and they feel quite dry inside. So I haven't actually treated them. I haven't put any water resistant treatment on them. If you look through the actual brochure, if you look through the booklet that comes with it, it doesn't really tell you, which would be very useful if they did tell you. So I haven't treated them yet, but I'm going to glue them down. I'm not going to bother sending them, but I'm going to glue them down, or glue the sides back in place, weather them up. As regards to wearing them, I think because they're laceless, you will find they do stretch a bit, and they get a bit sloppy around. I haven't got very thick ankles, but they get a bit sloppy around the ankles where they stretch. But I must say they're comfortable. They're very comfortable, very light. The tread is starting to wear in places a little bit, not a huge amount. They've still got good tread on it, but then it's only a month. I mean, how I look at boots like this lasting a year, and that's it. They have to go in the bin. So I've got another 11 months of hard wearing, and I wear my boots as a rule every day of the week, 7 days a week, so they have a hard life. But get me wrong, they've had a hard month, very hard month. So for the price, I think they're cheap, and at the moment, I think, yeah, you've got to take those insoles out because they're rubbish. They are absolutely a waste of time, and they are not fit for purpose. I think they have to rethink that completely. Insoles, if you buy them, put your own insoles in them, which I did. Get rid of these bacon foils that they put in there, and you've got a half sensible pair of boots for the price. Of course we can pay hundreds of pounds, but I think for the price, yeah, they're a good boot. But I think the manufacturers need to address a few things on them. So Xpeti boots, would you buy them? I'd buy them for a cheap set of boots that I think the useful part of them is you just unzip them, kick them off at the door, and you can put them back on, blah, blah, blah. pull them up at the back because they've got these little toggles to help pull them up. If you're going to use them going out rock climbing, you've got to, I think you'd buy boots more suited to that environment that are tested. They've got a good name, not the most expensive, but something that's got a good name for it, because I don't think these cut the ice on that. Anyway, there we go. Months later, they've had hard work, not top quality, but they're not the worst. But anyway, it's for you to look at and think out. But I hope this helps, and see you again. Bye bye.